Morning everyone, day 4 of shelter. I thought to get personal with you this morning. I have had so many inquiries about why I do the work that I do, and I thought maybe it's a good time to put it out there for you to know too why it is that I do what I do, and why it is that I'm so passionate about emotional intelligence specifically. I think for me it started many years ago, probably about 25 years ago, when I had a huge issue in my marriage, which brought about an enormous amount of emotions that I actually had no idea how to cope with. I sought some help, went to see a therapist, and the first thing he said to me was, "Sharon, how do you feel about this situation?" And I looked at him like he was crazy. I actually had no ability to be able to put words to what he had asked me. And I immediately said to him, "Look, let's just push past this. I really don't want to get into all the touchy-feely stuff. I just need to understand how to work through this so that I can actually find emotional stability and be able to keep doing what I do." At that stage, I realized that I was in absolutely no emotional state to be able to actually manage the rest of my world. Needless to say, I was sent home to do some reflection, which I did do. And I think it was the realization and the start of my journey of understanding that I didn't have all the building blocks that I required to be mature, to be stable, emotionally stable, mature, and to be able to use and function with integrity within myself. And when I talk about integrity, I'm talking about bringing my head, my heart, and my hands, my cognitive ability, my feelings as well as my actions into alignment with who I really was and who I really am. And I realized that actually the truth of the matter is I did not know who I was. And I think that was really the start of my journey. And it was a couple of years after that, I went to do a talk at a Connect group about doing business differently. And when I walked into this room, there was an elderly gentleman sitting at the table, and I will forever sing his praises and thanks. Thank you, Saki Boeta, for being there for me. And I knew instinctively when I walked in there that I needed to sit at this man's feet and learn from him. I had no idea who he was, what he did. I later learned that he was a life coach. I engaged with him, and at the time thought that I could walk in there, wing it, and sort of move on with life. Little did I know that it was a 2.5-year journey for me of really finding myself, a transformational space that I think has ignited the passion for me to want to do that for others. It was during that time, I think, if I look back, firstly coaching, I had no idea what coaching offered. I had no idea what coaches did, the space that they held, the safety of that space. And I think that's probably one of the most profound things that really allowed me to do the deep work, was because it was the first time in my life that I'd found such a place of safety. And I was able to pull back the layers, take off the masks, be vulnerable, and really get to grips with who Sharon is, what Sharon wants, to start to put healthy boundaries in place. I've since learned that, to be authentic, to know who you are, is the ability to be able to put boundaries in place. It's your yeses, your nos, the things that the limitations that you have, keeping the good in, the bad out, all of those things. And what I learned there about myself became the basis of the work that I offer today. It is so important for us to know who we are, and so we can step out of the biases that keep trapping us and holding us back and almost clipping our wings, so that we actually don't really fulfill and walk in purpose. So mainly my journey started around emotions, around being able to connect with myself, to really understand what was going on for me, because what was happening for me was I would simply suppress or deny the emotion and go straight into reactiveness, all the biases that obviously just kept me sabotaging myself. The incredible unpacking of that season in my life just brought me incredible freedom. And, for a long time, I had actually questioned and cried out for freedom, but I had no idea what freedom really was. And, you know, in the Word of God, it says that the truth will set you free. Well, that word really came to life for me, because I faced my reality. I faced me. And today I walk in that freedom of really knowing who I am, loving who I am, and accepting all of who I am. So I hope that encourages you today. Please keep asking, sharing. I really want these times that we have together to be relevant to wherever you find yourself. So if it's too personal, for you to pop below in the chat what it is that you'd like me to be talking more about, please inbox me, send me a WhatsApp. My cell number was posted a few posts back. I really do want to hear from you. So, yeah, that's day 4. See you tomorrow.